We're now here with retired Air Commodore Andrew Curtis, who now works in defence academia, looking at UK defence policy. Now, we're in a new era in the past year with a changing international landscape. We have, of course, the Russia-Ukraine war, we've got the rise of China, but more difficult for Britain is, of course, President Trump and the America First agenda, which seems to be upending traditional alliances across NATO, relationships between Europe, North America. I mean, how does the British government navigate this completely uncharted landscape?
I think carefully is the very short answer. Definitely keeping aligned with European allies has to be the cornerstone. Not losing sight of the special relationship, whatever that means. Clearly, it means something different to the US often than to the UK. Recognizing that President Trump will not be in the White House for longer than another 3 years. And I think managing expectations of how he runs US foreign policy and how that affects the UK over that period, managing that while looking to the longer term is probably the answer.
We've seen in the Ukraine crisis and in the Middle East about how sovereign control of your armed forces and your defense industry is rising up the agenda. It's no longer possible to rely totally on imported military equipment and ammunition. How does this play into the defence review, and how does Britain regain its sovereign defence capability?
So I think sovereign control of the defence industry, weirdly, is now more of an issue than sovereign control of the output of military capability, if you like, the delivering of military effect. Because in the latter, we should be becoming more embedded in NATO. We should be accepting the principles of burden sharing. We should be recognizing that the UK does not have the ability to play in every space. We should be picking and choosing, and we should be doing that in conjunction with our allies. However, what we must make sure is that the capability that we do select and we do invest in is underpinned by sovereign industry. And that, for me, that's counterintuitive because we've probably always thought about it the other way round. I think the way geopolitics is going now, actually, it's completely flipped.
The past 6 months have seen unprecedented change in the international scene. How do you see the next 6 months, the next year playing out, and particularly for the impact on UK defence?
I think more of the same. If you go back to President Trump, he is not going to stop flooding the zone, and whether that is internal US policy, whether that's playing to his base, or whether it's wanting to enhance his presence on the world stage, he is going to do as much as he can, as quickly as he can. Some of that will be beneficial to the UK. My feeling is that a lot of it won't be. I think the UK government will have to navigate that, try and look ahead to understand what might be coming down the pipe, but in most cases it's going to be reactionary because it's unlikely the UK is going to know what Trump is going to be doing next week and next month, because I don't believe he knows what he's going to be doing himself.
Andrew, thank you. It's going to be an interesting ride.
My pleasure.